you don't know me, my name is Ashley, and you can call this a podcast if you want, but usually it's just a show and tell kind of video, and that's how I call it. I just show you my crafty things, crochet and knitted, and some other sewing random stuff if I do so anytime. Um, Before I show you anything, it's it's been a rough week for everyone. Um, it's really tragic what happened in Florida. I do have family that is in the LGBT community, and and they live down in Florida. Um, it is very sad. It is the same thing as it happened in California in the hospital and in London and Paris. Um, it's it's very tragic. I don't know why people want to do this type of things, and even if it was a hate crime or not, it was very awful. They're doing it in malls and theaters and everywhere. Don't know what is wrong with those people. What are they thinking? And anyways, he's not alive, so nobody can ask him why he did it. Well, I got that out of the way, and you might hear a little bit of noise around screaming kids. It's normal. If it's the first time you see my video, it's very normal to hear those sounds coming out of my videos. So first thing is first, I'm going to show you my finished projects. I have finished projects, I have whips, and I have hose, which I don't like that word, is half finished objects. So I am going to show you my finished projects. So I put pictures of these ones on Instagram. These are crocheted hats. I think there is a pattern. I think it Margaret uses it. Sheepishly Sherry. She uses it a lot. It's called the Better Late Than Ever beanie. I think that's the name of the pattern. But I didn't use that pattern. I just winged it. Just went with the flow and did what I felt like doing it. So I did double crochet up here, and then I did single crochet. The lines are single crochet and then double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, and they are Team Spirit hats with Bronco colors and Bronco palms. Very nice. These ones are going to be donations. Um, the only thing I don't like is this is the front part of it, and the palm looks better on the back than in the front. In the front, it just looks white. When I sewed this palm, I sewed it wrong. But whoever gets it is going to be happy because if they're a fan, and Colorado is very proud of the Broncos, so they're going to be pretty happy about that. It's not been washed, that's why it's so stiff and everything. So I made, the first one I made with, no, the second one I made, what's the first? This one was the first, but the palm was the first palm I did. Then I did the second palm was this one. That's why I get confused. So this one is blue, and it's the same thing. After I finish the increased rows, I start with a single crochet, double crochet, single crochet. So the lines are single crochet as well. And then I did this. This one has a brim, a front post, back post brim, 1-in-1. Brim at the edge here, so you can see it there. And I'm sorry if my camera is wacky because now I'm recording from my computer because my camera is giving me issues. So the picture is bigger, but the whole thing is not that great. What can you do? So for these ones, before I jump to the other one I finished, I use my pom-pom makers, these ones that I got from eBay. Oops, I almost dropped it. Got from eBay. There's 3 sizes here. If I can hold them all together. So the big one makes this size palm. The green one makes that size palm. The pink one makes this size palm. And the smaller one makes like around like that size of a palm. Pretty small. Good for baby hats. What I did this with even like I used to do fork pom-poms, and I used to make them pretty big even though if they were in a fork, because I didn't have a pom-pom maker. What I still do is, you know, if you tie up, this one is worked that you put your yarn here and you go through here, and then you put your tail here, and then you go here, and then you start wrapping. So, and then you take and cut up both ends here, and you take them upwards and tie up. Cut here and take them upwards and tie the palm down here. I tie them with the same yarn, but if you tighten up yarn too hard, even if it's crochet, even if it's acrylic or wool, it will snap, it will break on you if you try to do it extra hard so the pom-pom doesn't fall out when you're washing it. Yes, pom-poms do fall out when you're washing them. It's a fact. At least for me, I have had washing situations where after I wash a hat with a palm, the palm is all over my washing machine. It's like all on the inside and all over the other hats, and it's a disaster. So the thing I do is after I tie it a little bit with the same yarn without giving it the death grip tightness, I take embroidery thread. I usually use the matching thread so you can't see as much. Well, you can't even see it. I think I use white on this pom-pom, so I use white. So I take embroidery thread that is pretty strong. See? And I do double knot it, like go around it and knot it, go again, wrap, and like do a very long piece and wrap it again and tie it up again like 3 knots really tight, and it will not undo when you wash it. Promise you that. And that person can have your great palm for a long time because it will not undo. That's how I keep my palms safe and they do not unravel. They are gonna fray if you wash them, and they get prettier when you wash them. But they are not going to unravel. They're not going to mess. You're not going to have a palm in your washer. And then I use I think I put other yarn because I forgot to leave a long tail. But with the same, if you do a long tail, if you have that pom-pom maker, you can do that with any pom-pom maker. The wrapping with the embroidery thread, tying up. You can do whichever. So it works. I have sold palms and I have washed hats, and they do not fray. They do not unravel. So that is a very good tip. So at least that's what I do, because I do not embroider. I use the thread to make faces on dolls and tie my pom-poms and make little details and stuff. So these are my Bronco hats. So going with the blue, because I had a bunch of that blue left. Oh, and most of the yarn is Red Heart, and the white one is Craft Smart from Michaels that I had a little bit left. I do not recommend that yarn. It's very scratchy. It's very thin. It's a 4-ply, but it kind of some of them are kind of like DK weight, so it varies there. But I was using my scraps, and once you wash acrylic and you do have to dry them in the dryer so they get nice and fluffy, it works okay. It's okay, but if you're gonna do a whole project in that Craft Smart yarn, it's gonna be like stiffer than Red Hot. Promise you that. So here is another hat. This one is, the blue is Red Heart, the gray is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn that I have some left, and the Batman blanket that I have nobody to give that blanket to. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Here I did a 2 front posts, 2 back posts. Brim here, and I made it pretty long because I wanted it to fit in. And this is another donation hat. I wanted to go pretty and colorful and use all my scraps, and I needed something fast and easy to work on. So these ones are pretty fast and easy, and go back to your roots. Cause what I learned first was crochet, and sorry if I'm looking at the camera, but I'm looking not here, whatever. What I learned first was crochet, and usually when I feel frustrated with knitting, I go back to my crocheting, and it makes me feel happy because I have a hat in an hour or less, and it makes me feel very happy. I like fast projects, and sometimes knitting frustrates me because I can't get fast results, or I mess it up. That's the other thing. And this one, I'm thinking of doing a palm on this one. Don't know yet, but maybe. So, go. What was the other thing I was going to show you? Oh, okay. Now I'm going to show you my half finished object. Here's the pattern of it. Excuse me. I don't know what is that. So yes, I finished. I don't know if I showed you, but I did finish this front panel. This is the back panel of the shirt, and I finished it. Yay for me. This one is extra large size with the country cotton from Premier. They sell it at Michael's. And I know you've been saying it's pink, but it's actually a coral color. The camera does not any justice to it, so it looks very pink. It's actually a coral color. Now you can kind of see it. It's actually peach, kind of like a peach color. It's not doing any justice. And here is the front piece. But I said in Instagram, I have no more yarn. There's no more yarn in the store. I work there every day, and I was so upset. So upset. I have to check on Monday to see if they have more yarn. Plus, I have to undo this piece. This one is large. This front piece large. Why do I have to undo it? Not because they're different sizes or whatever. Because my mom keeps saying every time I talk to her, "Oh my God, I don't know what is going on. I'm getting so fat. I have gained 4 pounds in like a week. I don't know what's going on." And I don't have her here with me to know what the heck is gonna fit her. So I don't want to lose like all this work I'm doing on this project. Gift it, send it to her, and then she'll put it on and be like, "Oh, it doesn't fit." So I had to unravel that, get to my senses, and do it again in extra large. So all of the pieces are going to be extra large. That's it. It's just, ugh. If you can hear my air conditioning just turn on. So that's the noise right now. Yay. So that is the problem with that one. Plus, I didn't understand the pattern for that one. And now, Mikey from the Crochet Crowd is coming up with shirts that I have put in my library to do for her. And he did a video for one of them. And I was like, oh my god, why couldn't this video come up earlier, you know? But whatever, I'm hustling and bustling with that one, and I'm going to finish it. So she's gonna have it, and she's gonna love it because that's her favorite color, that kind of corally, peachy color. Man, this is so frustrating. And then I hope she doesn't gain any more, because you know it's extra large, so it's supposed to fit her a little bit looser. So if she goes to an extra large, it will fit her okay. Hopefully she won't gain anymore, or she won't. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. She's very far away from me. I have no idea what's going on. So the other whip I have, oh, I have it. Compo maker. The other whip I have is the neon. It's so neon that the camera is like reflecting. It's shiny in the camera. Oh my goodness. Well, then calm down. Camera, calm down. It's not that shiny. So yeah, it is neon. It's a hat that I was making, but I don't know if it's gonna be ugly, so I didn't keep working on it because I'm not sure. Somebody might like it, you know. Everybody has their own likes. And this yarn is I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby Neons. Here it is. It's super neon in the camera. It is. This one is neon yellow because their colors are yellow neon. They're all orange neon, pink neon. That's the name of all the yarns that are neon. So I use this yarn to make the Yoshi, the Amigurumi Yoshi, and or Steffi if you want to call it that. And I have all this left. So I wanted to do a very neon hat. And Margaret on Instagram said that it was a great night running hat. Well, I want to donate it to cancer patients. I don't know if any cancer patient could run if they're feeling okay. Yeah, they can do whatever they want. But you know, chemo is pretty strong. So yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to rip it out and maybe use the yellow neon and put some black and purples and other colors, because after I do the orange and yellow, and the pattern comes apart with you need to add the third color, so it's going to be pink. I'm not sure. Let's leave it at that, but I'm not sure what to do with this. Don't know. The other thing I have is knitted. It's not crocheted. That one is crocheted. Obviously, I think you can tell because of the stitches. It's my cardigan. I have not ripped it out yet. I have to frog it. I don't know what happened to me. What did I do? Because it does say to slip the edges, the edge stitch. So you can then pick up stitches for the brim here, the border. And then I guess I skipped one here. I don't know if you can see my finger there. There you go. I skipped something here. So I'm in the raglan part here. I don't know. I'm not going to put a safety line on this. I'm not gonna rip it. I'm gonna rip it out and use another yarn that I have more of this, and maybe this one I'll use it for the sleeves or whatever. I keep unraveling. I wanted to finish it before this month ended, and I feel super frustrated with it. The first one, I was almost done, and then nothing was coming together. I was a mess. That's the truth. And then this one, I just messed it up, and it was a one-piece thing. I'm not good at knitting clothes for myself, I guess. Failure, total failure. Um, I'm super frustrated. Like really, I just want to take the needles out and leave it there. Do not rip it out. But other part of me says, rip it out, Ashley. Rip it out and leave it there. Leave the yarn there. Pick up the rest of the other yarn you have that you haven't knitted with as the same color. And start over again and be more careful. But I'm gonna do that after I finish working with the socks, because I need extra. I just wanna knit just only on my cardigan and finish it. Even though if I don't give you a video the upcoming week, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll give you a little blog or something. But I just want to be monogamous on that, because I do really, really, really want to finish it. And the only way is just being monogamous, just knitting on that piece only, not even crochet on nothing, like just being faithful and working on that piece only. So that's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do. The other thing I was gonna tell you. This is my work in progress as well. I have a mess on this thing. Let me clean up my mess, because I think I threw it all yesterday because I was doing the heel already on one, and then my daughter kept saying, "Have you ever seen this Stewie commercial that he's like, Mom, Mama, Mom, Mom, Mama?" That was my daughter. Well, I was knitting, try to count the heel stitches and try to remember and try to all that at once, and she was like, Mom, and Mom. Not easy to knit with a toddler trying to give you instructions, trying to tell you stuff. Okay, there. So here is my two socks and one needle. This is a magic loop technique. And wait, there you go. And what was the other thing? Oh, these are my Haya sharps in a 40-inch cable. These ones are a US 1.5 or a 2.25 millimeters, if I'm right. No, 2.5. Right? 2.5 millimeters. Yes, that is the right size. So last time I showed you I was here, I left this one. I think I moved it just a little bit. This one, I was down here, and then I was here, and now I'm in the heel flap, which I was doing the heel for this one already. This is a total experiment. I have no instructions on how to do two socks and one magic loop needle. I just followed the video on how to cast them on. The rest, you discover it. You go with the flow and do whatever. It doesn't show you how to do the heel flap. It doesn't show you what comes after the heel that is making the heel turn. It doesn't show you that, so you have to just wonder and guess. What the heck am I gonna do now? That's what the process I'm going through. So then I discovered once you're working on this heel, you have to finish this heel so then you can work on this heel. Because you cannot take the needles off of this one because you're turning back and forward. At least for me, that's what I think. I mean, I might be wrong. I don't know. It's the first time I do this with no instructions. So I'm gonna do the heel for this one. Once I finish the heel for this one, I'm gonna do the heel for this one, and then I'm going to pick up the stitches here and start making the foot, and then I'll guess it's all gonna be magic loop and easy peasy, and do the foot, and that's it. So yes, these are my 2 socks at a time. And I'm going to tell you something. I did not like using the magic loop method on 1 sock. Making 2 socks is a different story. It is super, super easy, entertaining, relaxing. I like doing the magic loop method on 2 socks at a time, not 1. And 1, it seems frustrating because you have so much cording. You're fixing it all the time. But with this, you feel like, yeah, I'm taking time to arrange this cord and whatever, but you're making 2 things at a time. When you finish with this, you're gonna have 2 pairs of 2 pairs. Yeah, 1 pair of socks, not 2 pairs, because 2 pairs would be 4. 1 pair of socks finished, like cast it off. You go, your socks are done, and it's it's good. For me, it's very relaxing. The magic loop on 2 socks. On 1, I don't like it. On 2, okay, I'm with it. And I think if I do other socks, they're gonna be in the same way. They're gonna be in magic loop 2 at a time. So if you get the second sock syndrome, did I? No, I just had trouble with my needles last time I did my first socks. But for that one, I was using a DK yarn. But for this one, I really, really, really like to do this because the yarn is so thin, and they're pretty long, and the feet kind of pretty big because they're for my husband. So if you're gonna make big socks, do them 2 at a time and get some good needles. Yeah, not to say the brand name, blah blah blah. I don't care about the brand name. The high sharps are dangerous, guys. Dangerous. I do not get stabbed with them because I have a callus in my finger here already because I push my needle with this. So every time I push my needle here, the callus is protecting my finger from the really sharp point of this needle. It's really sharp, really sharp. And, well, like the name says. But Brian from the Yarniverse, he poked his fingers with his 9-inch I don't know if they were sharp, but I have the regular ones. My 9-inch are regular and they're pretty sharp too. And the edge of the tip of it is pretty sharp, and they're not sharp. They're regular ones. But really, if you're gonna knit socks and spend money on good needles, I know it varies the price on your local yarn shop. The prices of it, some have them at $7, some have them at $8.95, like I paid for these ones. It depends, but store-bought needles are bamboo usually, or if you get the boy needles, they don't have as sharp a point for socks, and with the yarn so thing, you might get frustrated with them. Even the ones they sell on eBay that are metal, the points are not that nice. Like the tip is a little bit too round. It's harder to catch the stitches with. That's all I'm saying. Just if you are going to knit a bunch of socks, just get good needles and you won't regret it. That's all I'm saying. And then use whatever yarn you want. You can buy paint and croy sock that is really good. That's what I'm using for the heel flap. And this one is Reggio. But it's Reggio because my husband bought it. And I told him if the color was nice. And he said yes. And I told him I was going to knit some socks. That's why he bought it for me. But you can use by the Lion Brand one. It's $10, and that one I think you can get 2 socks out of that one because it's a pretty big gigantic ball. Plus, if you got a coupon, it's gonna be $5. I think I bought that one like that. I got $5. Plus, in Knit Picks they have more sock yarn. It's pretty beautiful and cost efficient. I don't have a bunch of money to waste on $30 on yarn, sock yarn, beautiful. It can be glittery. I salivate over them, but I can't buy them. I can't afford them. I'll break my bank buying sock yarn like that. And for now, I will use whatever I have in my hands and whatever I can afford. So that is what you should think of as well. Don't be jealous about what people have and don't, and what you can't have. If you want it really bad, save up for it, or when you get paid, check all your budget if you can afford it, and go for it. I know usually most knitters just use good cashmere fancy yarn, but if you cannot afford that cashmere fancy yarn, you can't. No, it's something that not everybody has the chance to do it. Yes, my stash is usually all acrylic. There's hatred about that. Don't know why, because you can make beautiful things with acrylic yarn. Once you wash them, they're nice and soft and beautiful, as well as any other. And they're going to be long lasting. They might peel a little bit, they might not peel. It depends on who takes care of it. But if you're going to give something to a kid, don't make anything with good yarn. Kids throw stuff in the floor. They throw it wherever. They stomp on it. They don't take good care of it. Do it in acrylic. Moms can throw it in the washer. Kids can throw it whatever. It's not gonna break as easily. There is advantages of using acrylic yarn. They're gifts for people. You don't know if they're allergic to wool. Do acrylic. Safe bet there. I'm always pro acrylic. Why? Because there's a lot of benefits to it. It might be plastic. It might not keep you warm. Blah blah blah. If you want this hat to be warmer, do do a lining with I usually do a fleece lining. Do a fleece lining. It will be nice and toasty and warm. If you want a really warm hat, that's all you have to do. When I sell hats, I do tell people if they want a lining on their hats, and I do offer that for them. So there's no thing to feel shamed about. Don't feel shamed if the knitters who are talking bad of people who have acrylic yarn, blah blah blah, don't listen to them. You do you, and if that's what you have, work with it. You're still gonna make beautiful, beautiful things out of that acrylic yarn, because it's not the yarn, it's the mastership. Those hands that are behind the needles, those hands are the ones that count, not the yarn. Because you can have the most beautiful yarn ever, but if you're not any good at the craft, you're not any good. So, remember, you are the tool, that makes anything beautiful. Keep it knit plastic and it will be beautiful. So don't feel shamed of whoever is throwing shade at knitters and crocheters who use acrylic yarn. Because I've been seeing a lot of that on Instagram and I don't like it. I really don't. Nobody knows nobody's situation about that. Ramble. Ooh. And I got to show you. Let's jump out of that thing I had there. I forgot to show you in my last video. Erin, Give Me Yarn for 1-8 made a video tutorial of how to make your own sock blockers out of placemats. So I think this one is actually my foot size. This one right here. And this one came out a little bit thinner and it's the big one I made. She gives you even a link to if you don't have any sock blank to trace around it, she gives you a link that you can make your own sock blank. And these are actually 2 placemats. They glued together with Mod Podge. As you can see, I messed it up a little bit here, and then but actually it has a nice foot shape to it right here. This is the pretty side. But this one actually is a little bit bigger. It looks more like my foot. Let me see if I can show you how big it is. You see? It goes a little bit outer corner here, out of the edge here. But I like it. It's pretty flexible, but stiff at the same time. And my socks. The only socks I have finished and knitted. This one is, there you go. It fits. See? They're perfect for walking socks. This one I already stretched out because I wear them a lot. And they're nice and warm and toasty. And this one is cotton-ish. So you can knit socks with cotton. Usually they're cotton, and this one is a cotton blend, so it's better. Usually go with cotton blend to make socks. So I did the toe in a contrasting gray color. This is gray, this is gray. So I'm going to put the link down below if you are like me and you need affordable sock blockers, or if you're like me and you go to the store every time and there's no medium size blockers because I guess everybody has medium sized feet, you can go ahead and do this one. I'm gonna do another one for the extra large sock blocker I bought. A copy. I'm gonna make a copy of that one, so when I finish my socks, I can block both at the same time and not pay $13 again for another sock blocker. Good. If you bought one, you can make the other one out of that. Who cares if you're showing that? Nobody cares. So in a video, I don't really care. So, I work at Michael's, so they had a clearance sale on this wool sponge, Lion's Round wool sponge, and this is the color Violet. So it was $5.99 and I paid $1.45 for it. And it's not blue, it's like a grape purple with blue hints and little like brighter, like kind of magenta spots. It's really pretty. And well, you can see a little bit better if it wants to. Well, there you can actually kind of see the color. It got really yellow. But yeah, $1.49 for this. I had to buy it. It's pretty good, pretty soft. It has a little bit. It has 20% wool. 20%. Yeah. It is 80% acrylic and 20% wool, and it's pretty warm. I made the red. I have a red crocheted hat that I showed you, and it is super nice and warm, toasty. Um, and I didn't pay five. I for that one, I did buy them a regular price, I think, or I used a coupon. Well, yeah, I used I think a 50% off coupon for one, and for the other one I used my employee coupon. But for that one, I can't use any coupons because it's already on clearance. So I bought it for $1.49. So that was a mega deal. Well, I guess that's all I have to say, but before I leave, I want to say there is some podcasts I've been listening to and some I've been watching that you really need to go and check them out. I've been watching Greg's and Joey's Unravel. That one is a podcast on Apple's iTunes. Really good. Really good one. I think I said it on my last videos. I've been watching on YouTube Etc. If you do have mental problems or issues like I do with anxiety and depression, she suffers from anxiety and depression as well, and she does have good tips of how to deal with your anxiety and depression. And she has a section called Shouty Sham where she does talk about all of the issues and problems, and it's really good because it has helped me out a little bit with all this kind of craziness that goes in your head, and you try to control it, but it flips on you. Really good podcast. The ones I usually see, crochet.net, she's awesome. Margaret Molander, she's officially sharing, awesome. And crochet.net is Emily. And, well, which other? I don't know. I've been watching Pins and Pearls podcast as well. It's okay, but I like more entertaining, funny, I don't know, spontaneous people. Not, I do watch Six and Twine's podcast, but he is very format, like bam, 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 format, paper here, blah, blah, blah. If you don't like that type of format, don't watch it. It's good. He has a lot to offer, and his projects are beautiful. But sometimes it's good not to have a script and just go with the flow and do whatever you feel like in that moment that you're recording. At least that's what I do. I'm crazy. I'm spontaneous. Oh, and watch Brian's video. He is the Yarn Overse. I love his videos. He is so funny and really, really good. He just started making podcasts. He recorded one, but he hasn't put it up. I'm still waiting for that one. He usually has a ton of stuff to show. Really good. He's a young knitter and crocheter as well. So I usually like to watch mixed medias, kind of, because yes, it's yarn, but I like to watch crochet and knit podcasts. They have those things together because it's better. I watched the Legacy Knits one. That one is just knitting and the Stitch Revolution that Sue has. And then is, which other one I really like? The Crochet Hoovian. Good one too. Is just a regular person talking to her camera and crocheting and a little bit of knitting. So if you really want to watch any of those, just go by those names I just told you because I have no time to put all of those links down below. But I will put the link for Erin's 418 or Give Me Yarn 418 video of the sock blockers, because that one is very good, and if you are like me, you're always on a budget, it's a good tip to have always. But this is all for now. I hope to see you around the other upcoming week, and that's it. I hope you have a great weekend, well, a great Sunday, a great week, and happy Father's Day to all you fathers that watch my videos, if you do. And remember, do whatever you love, and I'll see you next time. Bye.